so yellow outside.
It's the pollinating.
It's like sepia tone wherever we look. Right now it's spring and everything is covered in pollen.
My sinuses are killing me.
There's a lot of states that don't even deal with this.
Where are those?
I don't know, but like we're covered in pollen right now.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is covered in a yellow dust that makes us sneeze and snotty.
And you know why it's so bad that I read?
These trees are just like, hey, take this from me.
It's because I think it was like after Sherman burned down Atlanta.
That trees were just like, we need to really, really rebuild.
Well, they replanted, and they only replanted male trees.
Oh, they're just...
And so there's like nothing for this, hardly anything for this pollen to stick to. So it just
gross.
stays out there and it just keeps getting worse and
We're
worse.
surrounded by trees. So
Tree sperm.
We're just surrounded by pollen. And bees now, too. The bees are out. Ma, the bees are back.
And wasps. They're everywhere.
You know what? I hate those wasps.
Bees are fine. Wasps got to go.
You know what else I hate? The movie we just watched. And on that note, the champagne's been popped. The wine is flowing. You know we're going. We're on a backlit tour. I'm your tour guide, Captain Zach, as we always his beans.
Or Jana.
I have to talk about this movie because I don't know if I hate a movie more than this movie.
Okay.
I'm so agitated.
Okay. So, before we just jump in here, real quick,
I just
you just want to dump this all out so you can let it leave your brain.
It's so bad. I hate this movie.
Okay. So, we're doing a Does It Hold Up?
A DHU, if you will. You suggested this because you're like, oh, this is a Disney movie. It falls under the Touchstone umbrella.
So it technically is a Disney movie. And I saw something on Instagram the other day about this movie. And I was just like, hey, we should do a DQ on this because now that I'm remembering, it's just like, oh my gosh, that's problematic.
I saw this movie probably in theaters. And I was like, I just thought, wait, we're doing
My
Father, the Hero.
Okay, so it came out in 1994. I was 8 years old then. I know I did not see it when I was 8, but it is a movie that we had on VHS, and my sister made us watch it all the time. And, you know, we enjoyed it. We were just like, oh, Ben's so hot. You know, that was like the thing. And
I think I just thought Gerard Depardieu was funny because of his accent.
I thought you were going to say hot.
He's a hottie.
But like, so, you know, I called my sister yesterday. I called my sister yesterday to tell her something. I don't remember what. And I was talking about how, I think we're going to like do My Father the Hero this weekend for the podcast. And we started talking about it. And she's like, you know, I did not realize at the time how problematic it was. And I was just like, I did actually when we were younger watching it. Like, because I was just thinking, ew, I could never pretend my dad was my boyfriend. Gross. Ugh. And she was like, you know, I just never really put myself in her shoes from that perspective. And it's like, man, I did the whole time. And I was like, this is gross, but Ben is hot. So
you're just like, I'm just going to put that plot point out of my mind.
Yeah.
Everything else is flawless about this movie.
Yeah. And like, I mean, he looks like a poor man's James Marsden, you know?
Okay. The villain in this movie is Katherine Heigl.
She is.
Awful. She is awful.
Okay, so the premise of this movie, if you haven't seen it,
is awful.
I don't want to encourage you to go watch it because nobody should support this.
This is awful.
So you have Katherine Heigl. Her name is Nikki in the movie. She's 14 years old, and her father, played by Gerard Depardieu, his name is Andre in the movie.
Gerard Depardieu.
He picks her up from her mother's in New York, and they're going to stay in the Bahamas for like a 10-day vacation. Her parents are divorced. They've been divorced like 5 years or something.
We also don't know how long it's been since they've seen each other.
Sounds like it's been a few years.
At least a year or two, I think, because she's like, Nikki's different now, or Nicole's different now, because it's like, it's Nikki now. So she's just taking their teenage years, and she's just like,
well,
there's whiplash
anyway, okay,
with her moods.
So he picks her up. They go to the Bahamas.
No. Start with the pickup, because they're...
No, like, I'm just saying the premise of this movie real quick.
Okay. I'm like, I have to go back to this, the beginning.
They pick her up, take her to the Bahamas, and
lies her ass off.
She has lied her ass off, but she essentially tells this guy she is interested in that he is her father. I mean, he is her lover, to make him jealous, to make Ben, the love interest, jealous or something, or like, I guess to think she's desirable. I don't know.
And then everyone on the island assumes he's a pedo.
Yeah, that he's a predator.
He doesn't know that he's being portrayed this way.
But everybody's being so rude to him.
Everyone's so mean to him. And he's just like, I don't understand what's happening, but oh, whatever. And like, they're all just like, you're disgusting. And
yeah,
like,
because you've got like this 50-year-old man with like a 14-year-old girl.
So this poor guy, like the whole thing is like just torturing him for an hour and a half.
Yeah. And she's
because he's nothing but nice.
Creating all these lies about their relationship and like he's abusive, and stuff too.
It's like he's kind of like my father, but like he's not, and I love him. And like it's like, oh my god,
it is so weird. Anyways, I was looking it up on IMDb, and I happened to click on like the 1991 version, which is still starring Gerard Depardieu.
It's the French version,
but it was the French version. I was like, oh, it's a French movie remade. That makes sense. I don't know. Maybe it's just the French are a controversial group.
I don't know.
They have a different sense of humor than we do.
Okay. So that's the premise of the movie. She's just trying to, she's 14 and this kid's 17. In real life, she's 14 and he's 22.
She might have even been 13 when they filmed this.
And this is like a super young Katherine Heigl.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this is her first thing. I don't know if it's her very first thing, but pretty early on in her career.
Yeah.
This probably broke her out. Like, I'm
assuming. I think that this was probably like
a breakout role.
Yeah.
So it starts with like
the Concorde.
Oh man, the Concorde. I forgot about that. Like immediately we start the Concorde. I'm like, oh man, I'm in it to win it right now. Because I was fascinated with the Concorde. It can go from New York to England in like 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
Usually an 8 or 9 hour trip. That's amazing. And then we just stopped using it because it was like loud and expensive.
Well, 8 or 9 hours for us here in Atlanta.
No, from like New York, it said.
No, because like when I flew to Brussels, that was 11 hours.
Oh man.
So like,
just know it's a fast plane. If you don't know about this plane, it's awesome. And it just doesn't, they just don't have it anymore. It's called the Concorde. I think they even made a movie about this that I've seen. I'm pretty sure I've seen it.
Documentary at least.
No. It's like a movie, I think.
Oh.
I don't know.
Anyways.
They made anything in the 80s and 90s. Anyways.
It starts with that.
It starts with like, you can't tell if the daughter likes him.
Well, first it starts with her calling her mom a bitch.
Yeah, she straight up just calls her a bitch, and you're just like, what?
To her face.
And then like she just like, it's wild because I'm like, I don't understand what's happening right now. It felt like a play. So I don't know if this was written as a play, but like everything felt like a play to me.
Yeah, and then she starts off by calling her dad Andre, his name, and she just has like a general like really nasty attitude towards him. But like her face will change whenever she's just kind of like looking at him, just like, oh, I love my dad, and then just like glaring.
She has like these face acting moves that she's trying out, where she's just like, I'm gonna give him like some angry looks and then happy looks, and I'm like, do you like him? I just couldn't figure out what the situation was with her dad because I'm like, do you like him or do you not like him? Nothing makes sense.
Yeah, and they didn't give any context around the relationship until like halfway through the movie.
Yeah, she's like, you did this, and then he's like, oh, I didn't know that.
It's like, he missed her 13th birthday party, which I mean, like, whose dad didn't miss their birthday parties?
I don't think mine did.
Oh, mine missed mine every year.
Okay. Anyways, we don't really understand the relationship because I'm like, does she love him or hate him? Because nothing makes sense. Then they just jet set off to the Bahamas, and they stay in a very expensive looking room where she goes, oh, it's only a single room. You stay on the couch.
Yeah,
it's like got 2 beds, and she's just like, don't stay in the room with me.
It's like a 1-bedroom villa.
On the beach.
On the beach with like a balcony, and you walk down directly onto the beach. It's beautiful.
It's a very pricey place. It would have been very expensive.
But she's like, ew, we're not going to share a room with I'm not going to share a room with a strange man.
And he immediately doesn't fight back. He's just like, okay, I'll sleep on the couch.
This is your dad. It's not like a strange man. I don't know. But
also, I'm assuming he's successful because we don't really know what he does. Or
I don't think it really matters.
I guess. But like, he doesn't push back. He's like, okay, I'll just sleep on the couch. He's like nothing but nice to her. He's trying to make her happy on this vacation. And she's just going out of her way to make him miserable or like trying to just be rude and mean to him.
Yeah. And it's around this point that we meet Ben, we have James Marsden at home.
Yeah.
And he's like snorkeling by himself, which, by the way, that is so dangerous to do water sports alone. Don't do that.
It's a recipe for disaster.
It is. You're just putting yourself at risk. I mean, even look at Naya Rivera, just even boating.
It also sounds like that she walked, I don't know where she walked to, where this place was, how far away it was, but he's like, you're in danger because the tides could come in. And I'm like, that could be no joke also. And she's just like, whatever.
But like, you're snorkeling with tides possibly coming in.
He's just like, I'm doing what I want. And he's like, this is a private beach. I'm like, is it your private beach?
But
you don't know where.
This is the point where she meets him and she lies to him about being 18.
And she's like, I want to go to the Bone Zone with this guy immediately. And then she's like, I'm in love.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So two things before we actually get here to this point. They're at the resort. They're at the pool walking around. And this is where you pose the question of, was he a hunk at this point? Because like...
Oh, Gerard Depardieu?
Yeah, Gerard Depardieu, because there were like women like checking him out, and there was like a woman who was like blatantly hitting on him in front of her husband.
Yeah.
And just being like, oh, hello.
I think he's coming off of like, we look at pictures of him when he was younger and he was hunky.
Oh, he was very hunky.
But at this point, I didn't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it was just because like, kind of like the Marlon Brando thing, like he was super hunky when he was younger. And then
so was William Shatner.
Later on in life, it's just like, but like maybe they're attached to that like younger version of him. Like Sean Connery, no matter how old he got, everyone was like, oh my God, Sean Connery.
There were certain angles of him.
You could tell he was a good looking guy.
That was just like, okay, you're not like a
but
bad
he's so
looking.
Dopey in this.
He is, and you know, having watched this like as a preteen, it was just like, ugh, he's so gross.
Oh, he's so gross.
You know,
and now
he's
like,
overweight and that nose. And
you're just like, oh, now you're.
It's like, okay, I get it.
It's that I couldn't understand him half the time. Also, his French accent. Probably as a kid when I watched this, I was like, oh, he's funny just because I can't understand him. But like,
oh man, when I did my study abroad in Brussels and Paris, we would do like dinners a few times a week, and I would always somehow end up sitting next to our French professor, and he enjoyed talking to me because I knew like a lot, still know a lot about French history.
I love Napoleon.
And like, well, when I was in college, like French history was like the history I chose to take. You know how you have to take like 2 history classes? Like I did like the Civil War American history era and then French history. And so we would talk a lot about that. But I would have to strain so much to understand him.
Yeah.
You know,
it's hard.
It was just like such a thick accent, and they're so fluent in French and in American too, as French speaking people, that they're talking so fast still that it's just like, oh, I know this is my language, but you got to slow down. I can't get through the accent right now.
Yeah. It was I almost put subtitles on.
I was obsessed with Man in the Iron Mask, and he was just kind of like gross as Porthos, because I think at this point in the Three Musketeers story, Porthos was just like a blubbering alcoholic.
Well, when I looked up, after I finished listening to The Count of Monte Cristo, I was like, he was Edmond Dantes? And I'm just like thinking about him in the 70s. And like I saw the picture, and I was like, I still don't see it. I'm going to have to watch it to make a different assessment to see if that was correct or not. But he was in a lot of these movies with Alexander Dumas. Like,
yeah.
And
but I think we can say, yes, he was a hunk.
If you look up like early
at a point
stuff,
in his life. So
also, if you fall down a rabbit hole of this guy, it's a fascinating rabbit hole to fall down, because like he at one point in time he was drinking upwards of 12 to 14 bottles of wine a day.
Like, that is insane.
That's like absolutely mad. Like, that's madness right there. And he's still alive. He's like 77 and he's still kicking it. And if you were doing that for a day, I feel like you could die. But this guy was just every day.
I mean, French are built different.
I mean, he would just wake up and start drinking. And after a while, I think he said like in 2016, he was just like, I just got tired of being tipsy all the time, I guess.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay, this is crazy.
Okay. But now let's talk about one of the more controversial things in this movie. Because while they're at the pool area,
immediately we were both just like, what the
She gets
heck?
up from her chair and she's walking away, and she is wearing a thong bathing suit. Thong bathing, and she is 14.
Probably 13 when they filmed it.
Yeah.
And if you read the like about this movie, like
full on butt. It's
and
just
she told the director she's very uncomfortable wearing this, and he was like, no, it's integral to the story, and made her wear this when she was like a 13-year-old.
And it's like, there is no way that is integral to the story.
No, it was not. But another little blip on this. It said that they initially wanted Alicia Silverstone was up for this,
who was really hot right
who
then.
was 17 at the time,
and the
guy was like, no, we want to get a younger girl who would look better in the thong bathing suit. That is
disgusting.
That is apparently what the director said. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh my God, this guy should be on a list somewhere.
Like, that is just
Check his hard drive.
wild.
It was, oh my God.
And I don't know.
I
It's
hate
just like,
this movie so much.
it makes me too, because he said that Katherine Heigl grew up very Mormon, you know, so we know, like, super religious, super conservative, like, as a child. Like, what were her parents thinking when, like, she got this script? And, like, I'm sure they would have had to read through it and sign off on it and be like, yeah, this sounds fine. You know, let alone like a thong bathing suit. I mean,
it was wildly inappropriate. Like, just, oh my God.
Yeah. And then later that day,
she's also flirting with everybody.
And there's like this creepy photographer who's like 50,
yeah,
buying
like
her
50-something-year-old dude who's just like, hey, I'm gonna take pictures, and he's like, and then Gerard Depardieu's like, I'll send you some, and then just like takes her away from this guy because she's just flirting with everybody, and she's like 14, and you're just like, what are you doing?
Why are you such a horn dog?
And then she's just constantly lying to everybody about her dad and just making up nonsense, and he doesn't know any of this is happening. And this poor guy's just like, everyone's just like basically spitting on him at this point.
Yeah.
So they're all viewing him as a predator. And he's just going about his day just being like, ho hum, everything's fine. Meanwhile, everyone's just like, you're gross. You're disgusting. They even say you're disgusting.
Yeah. And people just like really mad at him, which I mean, good. You know, if you think that this guy is that
like,
way.
Yes, you should think this is inappropriate if this is what you're thinking. But he doesn't know.
But at the same time, he's not.
He's just trying to be a good dad. He's attempting to.
Yeah.
And she's just like, awful to him.
Yeah.
She's absolutely awful. She's a monster.
She is. And you told me to write, she's the worst for you to say.
She's the worst. I kept turning and being like, she is the worst.
She is absolutely horrible.
And she only gets worse from here.
She does. And yeah. Okay. So then we're still like, we're back. She's talking to Ben, the James Marsden lookalike. And he asked if Andre was her boyfriend, giving her an out, you know, that gives her an out to like kind of correct what she said earlier of like, I'm here with a friend. It's like, also,
like, yeah.
What embarrassment do you have to be in the Bahamas with your parent when you're 16? Do you think that
14? She says she's 18, then she says she's 16.
Yeah.
But she's actually 14.
Right. But you know, if she thinks, oh, all these people think I'm 16, it's like, that is when you're still going on vacations with your parents. You know, it's like parents aren't just sending you to the Bahamas.
You
go have fun by yourself.
the Bahamas on your own to just chill.
Yeah, and it's just like, one thing is like, do you like when kids get embarrassed being around them? Like, okay, Olivia, for instance, has started to get embarrassed around me. She's so sweet and everything, but then it's like when you're in public and stuff, it's just like, no, don't hold my hand, you know, or you don't need to sit in here with me.
Awakening when she starts doing that to me.
But it's just
I'd be like, cool, sun to
I
down.
really asked that. I was like, do you think no other kids here have moms?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, what is going on?
Mom, go away. What the cool kids?
And why is it starting so early? But
I don't know.
Anyways, so I don't know.
She just starts weaving this web of lies.
Okay, but
here's
the thing too. It's like Ben asks her, "Are you sleeping with him?" And she's like,
Ew,
"Not in
no.
the same room." And it's like she's so young, she doesn't know what sleeping with him means.
I think she does, but
I don't think she did, because otherwise, like,
she
would have.
Nothing in this movie made sense to me. Nothing makes sense.
I don't know.
Because this kid's also an idiot if he thinks this is like...
Yeah, but then, you know, she goes on to say that she's 16 and explains that she understands that there are laws against those two being together, and that's why she tells people that he's her father. Like, what in the actual F is happening here?
And then she's like, oh, my real father's in prison. My mom's a prostitute, and I was on hard drugs. I was doping hard, she says. She's like, I started with sniff and glue.
Hang on, I'm not even there yet in my notes.
I don't know. I'm going...
Also, you know, this guy, I mean, he clearly looks like he's in his 20s, but for the sake of the story, he's 17. But he's still hitting on her, like, in front of the girl that he's there with.
Yeah, like, was that established that that's actually his girlfriend?
No, I don't know. I think it might have just been a girl that was
just kicking with her.
I don't know, but... I don't know. It's just like, what is this movie?
So many things. Stephen Tobolowsky's in this. That's an important plot point for no reason.
But then it's like, okay, so she has this lie going. And that's when she starts being nice to her dad in public. Because she's like, she's being sweet to manipulate others into thinking that they're lovers. Which is just
Yeah, like all the people that work there, the band member guys
all
are
the
always
people
like,
who are
"Ugh, you're
vacationing
gross."
there, because it's like when you go to a resort, it's usually like a Saturday to Saturday kind of situation. Everybody's there at the same time for the same time period when you're like at these resorts. Yep. Usually. And so you might get to know the other people that are there and everything, so it's like they're there this whole time with these other people who have heard these rumors and think this. But yeah, that was my next thing, is that she said dope is hard stuff.
She's like, I was doping hard.
She's like, I started with sniffing glue.
I was sniffing glue, and then I went to the hard stuff. And you're like, what?
One line you had me write down that Diane said, the men that God forgot.
Oh, yeah. Like, Diane is like this girl that was hitting on Gerard Depardieu the whole time. And like, he's like, I'm in a relationship. I can't be with you. But she was like, but nothing but nice to him and helping him out. But then he's like,
and apparently the only one who knew that Nikki
that was actually
his daughter, and hadn't heard the rumors, I guess.
Well, he points to a table of guys who are all like looking at her going like, hey, and she's like, oh, the table that God forgot, or like the men that God forgot. Yeah. I was like, that's a good one. That's a good zinger.
That was a good line.
One of the few gems that I actually laughed at was that.
Yeah, but it's just so icky using your dad to make some guy jealous. And like, okay, I'm not a daddy's girl. I've never been a daddy's girl.
I don't like the word daddy. All right, what other notes you got in there? Because I don't know where you are in the story right now. My brain is just like swarming with nonsense.
We're about halfway through.
This movie is only 90 minutes. So it felt like an eternity.
It did. So about 45, 50 minutes in, we find out about their relationship.
That he like made up some story about being sick to get out of going to a party to be with
her for her 13th birthday party, and so she made him soup, and she went down to his hotel, and he wasn't there, so she waited in the lobby, and she saw him with his girlfriend. And
we find out is Emma Thompson later.
But
finally, that's a plot point. He's calling his like girlfriend the whole time, who's ignoring his calls every time, and he's just like, I don't know what to do. And like it was like this subplot that I was like, what is the point of this?
Well, it's that like she, I think, wants to marry him, but he's kind of being like non-committal. But anyways,
it must have been a weird French plot point.
But it's like,
I don't know.
She's jealous that her dad has found someone else
and might have a family,
and forget all about her or something. But it's just like,
it's weird.
Okay, now he's here. He's trying to make an effort, and apparently he writes you every single week.
Yeah, you had to write letters back in the day. Here, there's no AOL
it's
yet.
Like, but you're treating him like complete and total crap, and making people think he's a predator.
Yeah, you could possibly be ruining his life.
Every right to be like, you know what, I'm done with you.
You know what,
like,
I'm gonna go start a new
marry
family.
This woman and start a new family.
I think we're good. I think you're a lunatic because like
you're a bit of a sociopath.
At one point, she's like, it's just so easy to lie, and then I just keep lying, and then she's just like, you're just like, what? Because like, she just constantly is just lying to this guy, and when it finally comes out, she finally tells him like, oh yeah, I lied to him and told him that you were my lover. He's just like, what?
Yeah.
And then he's just like, and then she somehow convinces him to be like, maybe go along with the lie. He's just like, what? And then he just does. And he just starts lying even more. Like, he's like going along with it, be like, I guess I got to help my daughter get some strange.
Yeah. But then she gets like upset that he's upset that she's told everyone he's a pedo,
It's like,
pretty much.
But he also just starts like making up nonsense stories to like make the dude like him more. Like Ben's all like, this guy's awesome actually. Yeah. And she's like, stop it, daddy. You're making yourself look too good. And he's just like, what do you want me to do? You got me into this.
But yeah, and she also says that she like loves Ben, but it's like they've known each other for like 2 days.
It's been like 3 days.
It's like,
and
no, you're infatuated.
They've barely hung out with each other. And she's just like, I love him, daddy. And you're like, he's like, I guess I got to do it.
Here's the thing too. It's like, if this plays out how she's probably fantasized in her head, where they like fall in love and they have this great relationship and maybe one day get married, don't you think you're going to have to tell him the truth at some point?
Never.
Like,
this is the 90s. You don't have to do that.
Or maybe he's going to want to like go meet your dad in prison that you've talked about.
Oh my God. There's
like
the web of lies.
It's like she's not, this is where anxiety really comes into play.
Oh,
it's a good thing because you're thinking in the future.
We forgot the part where like they go water skiing and Ben almost kills him.
Oh yeah.
He just like takes off water skiing and like Ben is like purposely going through narrow canals and all
rocks
and almost hitting boats because he's just like, I'm just gonna kill this guy. He's like, you'd be better off.
And I like whenever she's fighting with Ben, she's like, oh, you really are such a child, like all the time. And it's like,
oh my God. He's doing some really impressive water skiing too. That he's just like lives through this.
Mm-hmm.
He's apparently like really good at everything. So he has to dumb himself down at one point to be like, I'm bad at tennis and golf. And the Ben's finally like, I'm finally better at him something. And then he's playing like music and he's like, oh, maybe I'm not. Oh, and we missed the part where he's like, they asked him to do a talent show and he plays Thank God for Little Girls.
Thank heaven for little girls.
And like everyone leaves because they're all just
Except
disgusted.
Diane, because she doesn't know.
He turns around and everyone's gone and he's just like, what did I do? And you're just like, well, they think you're a predator.
And you're saying thank heaven for little girls. And at the end, little boys too.
Yeah, it was
It
was all just
this
one
movie
big.
is so problematic. But then, okay,
There's
so
a new word for this. It's not problematic. It's just wrong.
you asked me to write down to Zach doesn't understand anyone in this movie.
Yeah, no one's motivations make any sense to me. Like there's, they get like whiplash with like how people act. They're just like happy in one moment and then angry with them at the moment. There's a lot of eye acting with Katherine Heigl. Like the whole time she's just giving side eyes or like googly eyes or angry eyes, and that's all she can do. Because I mean, she's just starting out. She doesn't know how to act yet. Because everyone's very stiff and weird in this movie to me.
Yeah, well, because it's a weird movie.
It is a weird movie.
Okay, so when Katherine Heigl, Nikki, and Ben
Nikki
are
Nicole.
going to like a dinner or something, and Gerard Depardieu is playing piano and stuff, but like he's talking about how like he can finally do something better, and she's like, I bet there are a lot of things you can do better than him.
Yeah, I was
insinuating,
just like,
and oh.
It's like he can probably do sex better, and you're just like,
ew, don't say that.
He's so gross.
I was just saying like kissing, but
It was
you
a
just
lot of
took
things.
it to the next level. Ew.
What do you think they were implying?
I know, but I just, for my own sanity, just
This movie is yucky.
it's yucky. We need the Cassidy button. Yucky.
We need the yucky soundboard for the whole movie, just being yucky.
Diane's the best character in all of this, though.
Yeah, she was like Gerard Depardieu and Diane are just the only ones that I was just redeemable. Everyone else is awful.
Yeah.
I guess Ben was trying to like protect her.
Which is admirable.
I guess, but like it was still like
He's just a gullible schmuck,
Okay, Nicole is awful.
Yes.
Katherine Heigl is the worst thing in this movie ever. Like maybe one of the worst villains ever in cinema.
Yeah.
Just awful. I can't. I was so frustrated watching this movie. It was so long and slow, even though it was 90 minutes. And it took us 2 sittings to get through this because I hated this movie.
No, it wasn't because you hated this movie. It's because
I would have
the
made you
kids,
stop if they hadn't come in. I would have been like, I can't take any more.
we were watching it last night, and one of the kids woke up with a nightmare when we were about halfway through the movie. So
I was like, oh my God.
we didn't finish it until today.
Oh my God. There's so many things that were bad about this. Like the pacing was off. The acting was terrible. The story was awful. Everything is awful about this movie.
It was really
There's nothing delightful about
bad.
this movie.
So the way this all ends is Katherine Heigl goes out windsurfing alone. Guys, stupid do water sports by herself, and she gets like in some rough water, and so Gerard Depardieu's like swimming out there, trying to save her.
Gets a leg cramp.
Gets leg cramp, almost drowns. Ben and like another resort guy take the boat, and they go pick them both up. And the whole time that Gerard Depardieu's almost drowning, she's like, "Daddy, go help my daddy,"
And like Ben's like, oh, gross,
"Daddy."
your dad.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Well,
You lied to me. Ugh.
yeah, it's all about the lying.
No apology from like anyone to Gerard Depardieu. They still think he's a predator, and he's just like.
But anyways, so Ben and her like he finds out the truth. They reconcile. Gerard Depardieu proposes to Isabel, and
they do a Cyrano de Bergerac thing where he's feeding her lines to tell Ben to get him to like her again and apologize, which is funny because he was Cyrano de Bergerac in another movie. There's all these like callbacks to his own movies, and yeah, it ends with him saying to his girlfriend, who's Emma Thompson, like he's on the phone, like you hear him on the answering machine, and she's just sitting there like she always does, and he's like, I want to marry you.
But
and
you never see her face.
Yeah, you don't see her face. Then there's like a big
movie.
reveal of like, oh, it's Emma Thompson. He says like, I want to marry you. And then she finally picks up the phone and says like, oh my gosh. And like, you've been treating him like shit too. Everyone's treating him so badly.
And
this whole movie.
And he's just like, and I want to have like a child, and I want it to be a girl.
Yeah.
And it's like she has any control over that. But
this does not hold up.
It does not.
It does not hold up.
And like, okay, so it did get a 5.5 on
It
IMDb.
should have gotten like a 2.
But like, was this acceptable in the 90s?
I think like you just went along with like
Because like, I mean, especially now with everything happening right
there was
now,
a lot of acceptable things
that it's just
happened.
like, are we just more aware because of certain things that are happening right now and coming out? Or is it like, but again, I do think about when I did watch this in the 90s, I was just like, ew, gross. But more from like she's pretending that her father's her lover, not so much from an age difference.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, well, think about this. Like, I think you sent me this clip of Kurt Russell talking about Overboard.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that movie. But you think about the plot of this movie of like a rich woman who wronged a carpenter. And he gets back at her when she has amnesia to say, you're my wife and you're going to take care of me and my 4 kids. And we're probably going to go to the Bone Zone. And tricks her into doing all this. That's a problematic story too. But at the time, and now I'm like, this movie's awesome.
Yeah. And everybody loves Kurt and Goldie.
Because they're still together and they love each other. Yeah. But like, I think at the time that was like, oh, that it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, they even remade that with Anna Faris.
Well, but at the same time, like, Overboard is a very funny movie.
So we let it go. We have a pass.
I do think that's part of it.
Because it's so charming. Because they end up together anyways. Because they were in love.
Yeah. And she was apparently 8 months postpartum in this movie.
All right, we're fine. It's
from
flawless.
Wyatt.
Flawless movie. We're good.
Yeah. But
still fine.
I don't know. It's just like, but I do think it is like, we're more aware of that as a society now with the whole age difference thing. Because again, like, and you and I even had this conversation the other day when we were watching something, I forget what, but like, you know, essentially like it is in hindsight, and something that I will hammer into Olivia too, it is a red flag if a guy ever says you are mature for your age, you know.
She's like, oh, you're mature for your age. You're like, it's just 12.
Like, no, that means you are a predator. That means that man is a predator. If he says you're mature for your age, like, I'm sorry, that's just, no.
I don't know what we were talking about.
I forget how we got in the conversation, but you're just like, what? That doesn't happen. It's like, oh my gosh, yes, it does happen. It happened to me. It happened to my sisters. You know, it's just like.
No one ever told me I was mature for my age.
If a guy ever says you're mature for your age, red flag. Cut him off right then there.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Tyler, no likey.
Yeah.
Final thoughts on this movie.
Oh, I don't know that I ever need to see this again, but we do have it for 48 more hours on the return.
Oh, should we watch it again?
No.
I want my $4 back. This is awful.
I hope we don't get weird. Like,
we're going to get algorithm. They're going to be like, you want to watch Cuties now or something like that? We're like, no, I'm good.
Yeah. No, I don't know.
No.
This was.
I think this is my least favorite movie I've ever seen in my life. I think it's like, it's awful.
I don't think I will ever be able to get past the ick factor to watch it again.
There's nothing redeemable.
Because there are like funny parts, but it's not enough to.
It's only between Gerard Depardieu and what's her face,
Diane.
Yeah, those are the only 2 characters that are like fun to watch because like he's somehow charming. He's like a bumbling fool kind of, but like he's. I get it. He has like this weird magnetism. Also, side note, it came like Katherine Heigl was talking about how he would alternate between having his wife and kids come to visit him on set. And then once they left, his mistress and their other kids would come and visit him on the set.
He's French.
I'm just like, this guy, what is happening? This is like, this is the weirdest dude ever.
Yeah.
It's so odd. He's just like, I'm having my 2 families come and visit me. I'm drinking 14 bottles of wine a day. Who are you? It's just wild. I don't know.
Maybe that's why he drank 14 bottles of wine a day.
He's like, this is so much. I got to deal with a lot.
It's like, I've made a huge mistake.
He's like, I've got so many families. I don't know.
Do you think they knew about each other?
Probably. I wouldn't be shocked if they did.
Is that the norm in France?
I don't know. I don't know.
I do remember in like Under the Tuscan Sun when Diane Lane is like sad about something and her real estate guy or accountant or whoever is out there who's Italian, and he is just like, I need you to stop crying because like I don't want to have to sleep with you because I really love my wife. And it's just like, yeah. And it's just like,
you guys are different.
Know. It's like, what is this protocol?
Your love is weird.
Yeah.
No one should ever watch this movie. It's awful.
No, 2 thumbs way down.
Yeah, 80 thumbs down. I don't like it.
It also, it almost feels like wrong and controversial to even do this, put this out there.
It's awful. All right, tell them where you can find us.
You can find us online at backlottours.com, on Instagram at backlottours. You can stream us on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcast. And if you'd like to plan a vacation to the Bahamas, I can book a whole lot of all-inclusives there, including Atlantis, sandals and beaches, and others.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Take us home.
There's a great big pretty okay tomorrow.
And shining at the end of every day.